What's up, everybody? Happy Wild Card Weekend, or as NFL is calling it, Super Wild Card Weekend.
Oh,
Right? Isn't that what they're calling it? Super Extra or something like that?
probably. Who
Yeah.
knows?
It's better than your normal Wild Card Weekend. You know, the format has changed, just like a lot of things. Everything changes. We used to have just 6 teams, and now we have another one in there. Only one team on bye on each conference. I don't feel like it changes the weekend itself, but just a little bit more skin in the game for these teams in the regular season. But here's what we like. Also gives us a little bit more action in the postseason because, you think fantasy football is over. In some respects it is, but of course it's never really over because of Underdog. Thankfully, we still love Underdog. We still use Underdog because you can get in on drafts right now, and we're going to do that. So we're going to show you, if you're not familiar with how to draft on Underdog for the playoffs. We promise you this. We've been doing weekly drafts for the last several weeks, last half of the season. We did the weekly best ball drafts. We had a lot of you guys in there and a lot of different winners. And we're going to show you how to win in the playoffs because this is kind of a different beast. They always say it's a different season, right? It's like another season. It's a different beast. But in this, it's also almost a completely different beast, isn't it, than what we've been doing?
Well, a little bit. I mean, yeah, we're a little late for the full playoffs, so we're just going to be drafting for the wild card round, which does make it a little kind of makes the strategy a bit easier because you're only worried about this weekend. But definitely a different beast because we know every team is every team is good, and B, every team is in a must win.
Exactly. There's no mismatch here. Even if you think, well, the two versus come on, they're all playoff teams. We see all the time, and I guarantee the favorites will not win every game this weekend. I can almost guarantee that. We see all the time upsets, and it's not really an upset. These are all the best of the best. Yeah, no team is going to be off of its A game, and it's all must win, like you said. So the best of the best players, the ones you want to draft, there's a little less hope for, I think, those sneaky streamers, but there are also some guys who come out of nowhere. And everybody who's capable of playing is going to play. So let's start with this. First, I want to show you the different options if you don't know. If you go to Underdog, this is what you're going to see. They always put in the lobby the big tournaments because these are the fun ones. There was one called the Mitten. There was a couple of Mittens. I think there was like 4 of them. And those were the complete playoff best ball format. But this is one for just the wild card weekend, the Battle Royal. There's others too, though. If you keep going, there's looks like a golf one. Get that out of here. No, actually, Chris, do you ever do the golf ones? I know you follow golf. You play golf sometimes.
Yeah, I don't follow it as closely as I used to. I don't know a lot of the players, so I don't do them anymore. I used to do them a lot, but I don't follow it closely enough anymore.
Yeah, I know we don't have time, right? It's like it's football for half the year, and then even when it's not football season, we're still following football. But that's kind of happening with hockey. It's like I kind of recognize some players, but I couldn't even have any confidence in doing one. Third and short. So this is wild card. Also, wild card weekend. This one is for the main slate. Now, that's one thing that you should notice. First of all, the prize pools are a little different for them. The entry level is different. The one that we looked at first, which we're probably going to get into, is the Battle Royal. That's only a $5 entry. Third and short, that's a $50 entry. So if you want a little bit more action, you can go that direction. The weekend shootout, this is just Saturday, Sunday wild card, which is important because, yes, there are Monday games. And one game wasn't supposed to be on Monday, but now it is. That's a whole nother thing that's just going to throw this weekend off, right? The Buffalo game. I think that was a good decision to move it, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. You can't put people at risk trying to travel to the game, getting to Buffalo. Yeah.
Yeah, that was borderline insane that they were going to play in like 50 feet of snow. Then you got the weekend shootout, $7 entry, again, a 4-person draft. So this is a little bit different. Yeah, just 4 people because, again, not that many games going on this weekend. So there's only so many players you can choose from. These are all going to be smaller pools for sure. Primetime Palooza, this is just, it says Saturday, Monday. The Sunday shootout, if you keep going there, that's what it sounds like. It's just Sunday. The tiny Sunday shootout, so $3 instead of 10. So you have so many different options here. And then there's the other sports, which, yeah, by the way, you can do any sport on Underdog. And I've already been doing, in fact, I'm going to show you, anyone who's interested in baseball. I'm just wrapping up my slow bullpen draft, and share the results of that pretty soon, maybe this week on the channel. So shameless plug. If you haven't followed the Fantasy Endgame MLB channel, you do it now. All right. So let's get into, how about the Battle Royal, because we like the big tournaments. $200,000 prize, and it's only a $5 entry. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. We're going to get in there, and I think we'll probably be able to get in the same draft. If not, we'll figure it out. All right, so it's easy. First of all, you need an Underdog account. Which, by the way, sorry, I'm jumping the gun here. If you don't have an Underdog account, you can do this right now, and you also get the new customer special. Yeah, they're still going on, even in the postseason, every weekend. So in this one, if you sign up for Underdog for the very first time, Pat Mahomes just getting 1 yard. That's right. Pat Mahomes higher than 0.5. You get this free pick. So when you sign up for the very first time on Underdog, use promo code Endgame. You get this free pick combined with any other pick. And yep, they're going to have all the pick'ems for all the teams, all the players that matter, just like they do for the regular season. And also, you can join in one of these drafts. So check it out right now. You also get that 100% deposit match. Yep, that's still going on also. So make sure you use promo code Endgame. There's a link right there that you can click to join. You can try to jump in, guys. You're watching. Got some of our guys in here already on making comments. You guys want to try to jump in here? Get in with us. See if you can join the Steam Battle Royal. All right. Let's go ahead and get in here. And once we wait for this to fill, we'll explain how it goes. All right. So ready? 1, 2, 3.
All right. I'm in.
Only a 6-person draft, so
I don't know if you're in this one. I guess we'll find out. It's filled.
Didn't take long.
You're in it. All right. Oh, you're at the 3. I'm at the 4.
Nice. All right. What is up, other John? He said he's snowed in, but at least you got something to do now. You can watch this draft.
There you go.
Yeah, JR, what's up? We're doing another draft. Playoff wildcard weekends. That's where we're at. Okay, so this draft is going to start in about 30 seconds. All right, thoughts on what you're looking for? This is just this weekend, so what are you expecting? Looking for the teams you think are going to go off that are home favorites, or are you looking for the upsets, or what?
No, I'm just looking for, like what we normally do in our drafts. I'm just looking for all upside, every pick, as much upside as I can get. I'll try to stack my QB and wide receiver if possible. You never know how it's going to go, but only 6 teams. I mean, yeah. But I mean, that being said, how many games are there this week? 8?
Yeah, that's the thing. I think having the stack is almost crucial if you can, because not that many players are going to go off this weekend. So if you get the receiver that has a big game and put him with that quarterback, I think that's huge. And look, with the weather, do we feel like it's going to be a high-scoring week at all anyways?
Well, I think Lions, Rams could certainly be high-scoring. I think Cowboys, Packers could be high-scoring. I think Eagles, Bucks have sneaky high-scoring potential.
Interesting. Yeah, Eagles are a team you really got to wonder, because Jalen Hurts doesn't look right. A.J. Brown not even playing, so I guess he's probably still listed on here, but you don't want to draft him. All right, I'll tell you what. It's an indoor game. It's a team I think is going to pull the upset. I'm actually, believe it or not, going Kyren Williams, because there's not that many good running backs to choose from. I think Rams win. I'm going Kyren.
I'm going to happily take Sun God here. And yes, I'm going to take him over Tyreek Hill, because I am worried about that weather tonight, that it's just going to be a low scoring, lots of running.
Yeah, you would think Tyreek would be one of the very top picks. You'd think going against his former team, KC, with Waddle still banged up. I don't know if he'll even play. You would think Tyreek would be a no doubt must pick first rounder. We'll see if he even goes in the first round. Look, first round's almost over.
Hey, Tat Guy's in.
Hey, what's up, tech guy? Look at that. He got Cooper Cup. Look at that. Six players in the first round. 3 of them Rams.
Wow.
I mean, I like the Rams this weekend, and I like them to win the game, but that's interesting. Cup and Puka both going first round.
Man,
All
I
right.
don't
By the
know.
way, format here, the rules you guys have been watching, same deal, except this is only 6 rounds, and only 6 teams as well. So if you've been watching the weekly draft, it's still the same thing as far as only 6 players: quarterback, running back, 2 receivers, a tight end, and a flex. But now, because of the smaller schedule, only 6. You went Tyreek. Okay.
I mean, I know we're worried about the weather, but I don't think I can pass up Tyreek Hill in the second round. It's not like it's
Well,
snowing. It's not like it's snowing or like raining sideways. It's just cold. these guys can deal with cold.
yeah, no, that's good because I would have taken Tyreek Hill. I agree. He's going to do something. All right. I think if there's another upset I feel coming, it's going to be Philly losing, believe it or not, because they've
Is
been
that even an
so
upset? Are
bad
people
lately,
even
so many
picking the Eagles? I
injuries.
feel like Eagles would be. I almost feel like the Eagles would be an upset at this point.
Well, I mean, it would be based on record, but I know, right? It wouldn't be this surprising.
Like I feel like most people just expect the Eagles to lose.
Yeah, what's up? There you go. JR got in the draft. Nice. And then Joe saying, "What's up?"
What's up, Joe?
Both of his money leagues. Nice.
Nice. Well done. Well done. I was if Tyreek Hill would not have fallen to me, I would have taken Pacheco.
You would have taken who? Pacheco?
Pacheco, yeah. Because I do think we're going to see a very run-heavy game tonight.
Yeah, that'll be the interesting thing. Okay, here's a running back run. Well, there's not that many great quarterbacks, like I said. Yeah, I guess I'll go the guy who should have pretty good weather, Dak Prescott. It's funny because people are nervous
I'm
about
all in on
playoff
your
Dak. I
Dolphins.
guess is his reputation.
Yeah. I'm all in on your Dolphins this week.
I guess so. Achane, I think, is a smart pick. What's the word on Mostert? Is he going to play? I don't even know.
I think he's questionable. But again, I think it's going to be a game where we're going to see a lot of running the ball tonight.
Yeah, that's the thing is I think Mostert plays, but I think we still see as much, if not more, Achane. So I do think, and look, he's got that, talk about the huge upside, right? He's got the huge upside, so that's what you want. What is up? All right, there goes the Allen Diggs stack. Now this game is being moved because of the weather, but they're still going to be in not great weather. I can't imagine it's going to be clear and sunny on Monday, but you like the Diggs Allen stack?
I do. I think that was a smart move. That was a smart move there by whoever that is. Just to go ahead and
Oh, you're killing me.
Gotta love Goddard this week. Tampa Bay, one of the worst against tight ends. No AJ Brown. You gotta love Goddard this week.
Wow, you're killing me. I was about to take him. All right, well, here's what I'm gonna do then. I'm gonna go in on the conspiracy theory that he's been saving it for the playoffs. I'm going Kelsey.
Maybe.
Yeah,
having to root for Kelsey against your Dolphins tonight.
No, what it will do, it'll ease the pain because even if he goes off and they lose, which I'm assuming now that they've lost to all the good teams and screwed up their home field advantage and are on the road in Kansas City, I'm just assuming they're going to lose. So at least if Kelsey goes off, I'll feel better because I know I had him on my team. Yeah, that Goddard pick, I think that was really smart because we know A.J. Brown not playing. Devontae Smith is playing, but there's no way he can be 100%.
No, and Tampa Bay has been horrible against tight ends this year. It's like
Yeah.
they just cannot cover tight ends.
All right, here we go.
Am I the only? Let me see here. Am I the only team without a QB? I am. So I can wait. Right? QB. Yep. So I can wait here. No, let's not do that. Who do I want as my flex? Pollard, Smith, Najee, Monty. I think Pollard should be a fine flex at home against the Packers.
I think so. They're not a good run defense. If they're running ahead,
Which they should be. They're at home. The Cowboys always are great at home.
Yeah, this
I'm
is
gonna
where it
have
gets
to take.
interesting.
I'm gonna have to take Jared Goff for the stack.
Oh, yeah, you pretty much have to. No, unless you go playoff Flacco, keep it going.
Somebody already took Flacco.
Somebody took Flacco. Oh my god!
And they didn't even draft Amari Cooper. It was JR. JR took Flacco.
So just to be clear, Joe Flacco went before Jalen Hurts and Pat Mahomes.
Yes, he did. Hey, it's the playoffs.
I mean, look at the last few weeks. He's been better.
True.
That's crazy to say. All right, so last pick.
I'm gonna pass up on guys like Stafford and Stroud to get the Jared Goff stack. Is it worth it? Probably.
Yeah, why not?
He's at home.
I think Detroit's gonna have to pass the ball a lot to keep up. So, and it's at home.
Yeah, he's at home.
All right. This is playoff time.
Remember, this is a tournament. This isn't like our normal drafts where you just got to beat the people in the draft. You're playing against how many people are in this thing?
That's a good question. It's a huge tournament. All right. In the weather, the run game will dominate. Najee Harris. That's what I'm going with.
I don't mind that pick against the Bills.
Yep.
Not a good run defense. Steelers should have to run the ball. Should run the ball. So there we go. Oh, somebody's gambling on Laporta. We're not sure about him yet. We're not sure about Laporta yet. Somebody gambled on him.
Nice. Okay, so let's break down 6 rounds, 6 teams. That's it. Looks like I'm gonna try to bring the board up on mine. I'll just look on yours. I don't know what happened with mine. Okay, so team 1, which again we don't know. These aren't all endgame viewers. Half of us got in there, right? It's me, you, and JR. But team 1, whoever team 1 is, took CeeDee Lamb first. Then with Pacheco and Rashad White, Rashee Rice and Pat Mahomes is the stack, and then Laporta. Seems a little risky. Well, what do you think? Too many Chiefs on there?
Maybe not. I like it, but I think the one pick is going to come down is like Sam Laporta. Like, what if does he play? I guess it's worth a gamble there. I guess.
We talked about the stack quarterback receiver makes total sense. Rashee Rice, okay, fine. He's not the number 1 receiver, but he was a 4th round pick. He was his number 2 receiver. But I don't like getting the running back and the receiver / quarterback at the same time, because then you're just assuming or hoping that the team is going to put up a huge point total, both running and passing game. You know what I mean? Like, you're not counting on game script. You're just counting on them putting up a huge game all across the board. And of course, Kansas City could do that, but have they really done that lately? And it's going to be in a some weather issues. Dolphins defense isn't that bad. That's my issue with that. All right, team 2. Again, don't know who Bad Guy Zombie is, but appreciate the name. Amari Cooper, 1st round.
Interesting. Although I don't hate it. I mean, look, he's been fantastic with Joe Flacco, so I think he's got plenty of upside.
definitely upside. I think he could have waited probably to get him in the second round, but
Probably.
hey, feeling he's gonna have a big game. Why not? Jameer Gibbs, Aaron Jones. I actually did one of these, or I did one of the mittens a couple days ago. I did take Aaron Jones. I think he could have a good game. Jalen Hurts, Dalton Schultz, and Demarcus Robinson. What do you think of this roster?
It's all right. I mean, look, this could be one of those teams that surprise. Right? Demarcus Robinson has some random 2-touchdown game, right? Surprise teams, but certainly a lot of wild cards on this team.
You know what this feels like? This feels like a team of somebody who's done a lot of these and is looking for another differentiation play, right? Like, okay, let me squeeze Demarcus Robinson in there, and somebody who's trying to separate from the pack, right?
Yep.
Hey, there's me. I took Kyron. Again, feeling the Rams. I could be totally off here. Feeling the Rams put up points and win. I like the Bucks at least to put up points against the terrible Eagles defense. And again, I'm going to feel like Baker Mayfield will lean on Evans. I took Dak. I'm just surprised. Was I the first? I was the first to take a quarterback, huh?
Yeah, quarterbacks kind of fell in this draft, so
that's surprising because again, when I did the mitten, there were quarterbacks going in the first round. But I guess it's a different format. Kelsey, and what do you think about the Kelsey pick? Honestly,
I mean, I don't hate it there. Like, I think once I took Goddard, I mean, are you going to go Ferguson or Schultz over Kelsey? I don't think so. I think you still got to bet on Kelsey.
Yeah, and funny enough, again, we talk about Cleveland. Some people get some faith in the Cleveland offense. David Njoku was the number one tight end taken, not Kelsey or Goddard or Laporte or whoever. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I really just assumed I was getting Goddard there. So, nope. Jaden Reed has been on a tear. Najee Harris has been on a tear. So I'm going with guys who finished strong. And then you went with Sun God first, Tyreek Hill. So you're just going for the high end, high upside receivers. You went receiver 1 and 2. Was that kind of your thought going in, stack receivers, or no?
No, I really was expecting to take Isaiah Pacheco there. I thought I was going to be between Pacheco and Mike Evans, but when Tyreek Hill was still on the board, I know we're worried about the weather, but again, it's not like 3 feet of snow. Like, he can still run in the cold. So I just feel like Tyreek Hill there is too good of a value to pass up on.
Definitely. And he's also one of those guys who all it takes is one play, right? And same thing with Achane. You got Hill and Achane, the guys who have that massive ceiling because they don't need volume, although Hill will definitely get the volume. Goddard, of course, that pick. And then Pollard, I think that's a smart pick. And then Jared Goff. I mean, realistically, when it came down to Goff versus Stroud versus whoever was left, it just makes sense to take the stack.
Exactly. Like, I could have gone Stafford, could have gone Stroud, but look, Jared Goff is usually great at home. I had him on Raw, just made sense to grab him.
There you go. And I would say I like Stafford a little better, but if I'm feeling like the Rams are going to win and put up a lot of points, that means Goff could also put up a lot of points because he's having to throw it a lot. So a guy who didn't even get drafted here had I think 1,000-yard season and a lot of touchdowns. David Montgomery didn't even get drafted here, but I think that's because game script.
Yeah, I think it's just people. What's the upside with David Montgomery? I mean, if he has a 2-touchdown game, that's it, right? He's probably not going to run for 100+ and catch a bunch of passes. So,
yeah, I just think that's interesting how things changed from mid-season to now. Jameer Gibbs, a second-round pick. Monty not even drafted, so. We'll see, though. We'll see in playoff time if they can continue that, or is Campbell going to go back more to the veteran? Tat guy, that's JR. Cooper Kupp, Nico Collins, James Cook, Joe Flacco. Not scared to take him first. Jake Ferguson and Brandon Cooks. What do you think about the Ferguson-Cooks combo?
Yeah, again, they're at home. They're against the Packers. I think Jair Alexander is questionable to play. Like, nothing wrong with having pieces of this Cowboys offense this week. They should be great.
Yeah, definitely. And what do we always say? You don't need every player on your team in this format to do well. You just need one of them to have a big game. So you take your pick if one of those guys goes off. But
in this format,
I know. It's a
Yeah.
tournament.
This is a tournament, so it's not like our normal ones. In this one, you kind of do need everybody to go off. But
If you want to win the tournament, yeah. Like if you just want to win this league and get your money back and then do something, yeah.
That's
But if
true,
you want
because
to
that's how it works, right? Are we like we're playing against this league, and then is that how it works? I don't even know, to be honest.
well, let's see. We'll go back to the rules here. Okay, so just $5 entry. Which, by the way, guys, you could still get in here. It's only 86% full, which means not much longer. And of course, the games start in less than 2 hours. Actually, okay, I see here it closes at 4:11 p.m. Eastern. So that's how much time you got. A little less than 2 hours. First prize for whoever wins this whole thing, $20,000. Second prize, $10,000. All right, so that's a pretty good chunk of change. And then if you finish anywhere between 2,500 to 7,450, you still double your money. You get $10 for $5 entry. So you don't really have to go off to get some money. I mean, you have to do something. If your team sucks, you're not going to win, of course. But there's 39,000 entrants right now.
Yeah, so it says you compete for 1 week against every snake draft group entered into the contest. Yes, you can have the same players as other teams. Your score will be matched up against every other score in the contest, not just the participants in your particular group. So it is just like a full. So you are battling against everybody. So yeah, if you just want to cash, yeah, you don't need everybody to go off. If you want to win, you need everybody to go off. Like the people who win are going to have like the majority of the top scorers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you don't pick the right guy, you're not finishing him on the very, very top. But even if you have a dud or two, you could still cash something if you have at least one or two of the big studs.
Right.
So, all right, and then the last team here. Again, not an end game viewer. That's okay. This is Polak. Went with Puka and Njoku, Josh Allen, and Diggs stack. So what are you thinking about the Bills? I know the game got moved, but the weather's still not going to be perfect. And then my issue more so is just Buffalo's offense has been very inconsistent. You think they pull down the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, I think you got to still feel good about Josh Allen because he's probably going to run for 50-plus yards and score at least one rushing touchdown. Diggs is obviously going to be the question mark. Will they even really need to pass that much? Is this going to be a game where it's just, they're just controlling it on the ground? But look, if you're going to take Josh Allen there, why not grab Diggs right away and get the stack?
Agree. And yeah, for as disappointing as he was in the fantasy playoffs, he did finish with a good final game, of course, against the Dolphins. And round 4 as your second receiver. I think that's not bad at all. All right, there you go. What's up, Python?
What's up?
It's not even a joke anymore. It's a thing. We have to do the 3 QB thing. That's funny. We want to do it this week. We only got a few quarterbacks to choose from. Top 3 quarterbacks this week.
Top 3 quarterbacks this week's got to be Dak. I think you still got to go Josh Allen again because of all the rushing yards and the rushing touchdowns. I know I took Goff, so I probably should say Goff, but I might go Stafford. I think Stafford's going to have a nice game.
I'm going Stafford. I keep saying I feel good about the Rams. So Dak for sure. I think Stafford. And then I wonder, even if they don't play well overall, if Jalen Hurts, just because he will run in 1 or 2 touchdowns, because he will wind up throwing it enough, if he still pulls out enough fantasy points to be a top 3 quarterback. So I might go Hurts as far as fantasy points. As far as passing yards, I think I would go Stafford, Dak, and Flacco. Why not? All right. There you go. What's up, Marquise?
What's up?
Hey,
what do you mean this upcoming year? We're already in it. It's already started. We're already in it.
Why not now? Join now. We're gonna be doing these. We'll do it for this wild card weekend. We'll do it again for next week and going forward. So yeah, check it out. Join the community. Also, you don't have to do these drafts if you prefer just doing the picks. We got the picks. So if you haven't joined yet, if you're gonna join right now, or you're interested, you want to look into it. If you do join now, you get this pick. It's Pat Mahomes just getting a yard. It's a free pick for you.
Yeah, and they also they have picks like tomorrow is Stafford, tomorrow on Monday is Baker Mayfield. They have these things all the time. They have them for basketball now, so yeah. If you haven't joined, still a good time.
And like you said, all sorts of other freebies all the time. You know, these stacks, they keep adding more and more. That's what I like. They keep adding more and more.
Yeah.
All the time. All these different.
You know what I get worried about though? I'm like, is Underdog even making money, or are they just because like it almost seems like, you know, I like to gamble. I don't gamble a lot, but I like to do it. I've joined sports books in the past, offshore sports books. They don't give you all these perks. You get like a sign up bonus, and then it's like maybe your first bet is like, well, if you lose it, like don't worry about it. We'll give you another one if you lose it. But then it's like that's it. After that, it's like, nah, give us your money. Underdog's always giving you like discounts on lines, special lines, flash lines. I'm like, do they make money? I hope Underdog makes money. I hope in like 3 years, Underdog's not like, well, we screwed up. We're out of business now.
I agree. It's true. That's why, honestly, easy to say because we're partnered with them, but I don't even use other sites anymore. It's not worth, like, why would I? You know, just like, there's so much to offer here, so much that they give you so many things, and it's the easiest, it's the most fun. So I trust me, guys, I'm saying this. I do this even when we're not on live, which we go live now, you know, still on occasion, but you know, I did one last night just because it was fun and because I want a chance to win some money. And look, if I was losing my arm and my leg, I wouldn't be doing these, but I'm not. In fact, I'm still ahead. Python knows what I'm talking about. He's way ahead. I'm sure he knows what he's doing. That guy, of course, as well. He's probably going to wind up winning this thing in the draft we just did. So
that'd be cool. That'd be great for him.
That would be awesome. All right, and let's do this. I guess we'll take his word for it. From Singapore, looking to get a shout out. I won't say the name, but we'll just say
we'll give you a shout out. But what is that name, buddy? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right. Shout out to everyone who's still with us watching. All right, and then Brian always deserves a shout out. Yes. Get ready to watch just for the sake of watching.
I know, nothing nice, online. Right?
Just gonna enjoy football.
What's that? Right? It's kind of nice just to watch football and not care who scores, who runs for however many yards. Just watch some football and see how the game goes. It's kind of nice.
There you go. Now, and that's why, like, with this now, you can not stress about it, but like, hey, if you know Travis Kelce goes off, if Dak Prescott has a huge game, hey, I have a chance to win some money also. And if not, then oh well, I spent $5.
Exactly.
Of the money I already have because I've already won from being an underdog. I will root for the Dolphins tonight, but let's do quick predictions before we get out of here. Yes, your very favorite thing. Not bold predictions, Chris. Not bold predictions. Just predictions. Straight up predictions. All right. Browns, Texans. Who do you like?
Browns.
Gonna have to go Browns too because of that defense. I know the Texans are at home, but still. Gotta go Browns. Dolphins, Chiefs.
Sorry, but I got to go Chiefs in the frigid cold at home. I think that's going to be enough for them to eke out a tight victory.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how tight it will be. I'm going to go Chiefs as well. And then Packers, Cowboys.
This is the one I could see. I could see a Packers upset here, but I think at home I got to go Cowboys.
Oh, you think it's going to be close? I mean, at home, I would think the Cowboys win pretty easily. I know Packers have been playing well, but I just don't know if they have the defense to keep up. So I'm going to go Cowboys by, I think, 10 plus.
Ooh.
Rams and Lions.
This is the toughest one here. I'm going to say Rams barely.
I like the Rams. I mean, I know Lions are like a feel-good story. People rooting for them. I don't think they're going to pull out in the postseason. I trust Stafford more than Goff, so I'm going to go Rams. Bills, Steelers. Does Pittsburgh have a shot?
I mean, no. Only if Josh Allen like turns the ball over multiple times. No, Bills.
This is one I could see being a surprise upset, but I'm not going to put money on it. I would say Bills still. I think they'll at least get by one round. And then Eagles Bucks. And this
I think the Eagles actually do it. I think they find a way. I just can't trust Baker Mayfield in the playoffs. I think the Eagles find a way to win this game, even though we're going to look at it and be like they shouldn't have won that game. I think they find a way.
Yeah, it's funny because you'd think the Eagles should be favored. The Bucks are the home team, and the Eagles has been so bad. But I agree. I think the experience and the fact that it's Hurts versus Mayfield. I'm gonna bet on Hurts.
Yes,
I think they find it. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. If you haven't tried Underdog yet, check it out. You still got some time to enter this Battle Royal or any other contests. And don't forget, we still got videos coming out. I know the season for fantasy is over, but we're getting ready for next year. So check those out. Go ahead and watch Wood talk about some of our things from last year. We'll start getting you ready for next year with some of our positional rankings and other things. So it's not going to stop. No stopping here. Getting you ready for next year already. All right, guys. Appreciate you. And have a good weekend and enjoy some football.